So in this topic, this is the tidal power, tidal wave energy, and here the tidal pond. We have already discussed the single basin plant, but now I have the double basin plant. Where in place of using single basin, we use double basin. As you can see, the two different basins are plotted, or we can say located at a different level, and obviously this is because of the location at the upper level or high level as compared to this basin. So this basin is known as upper basin because it is at a very high, little bit higher altitude as compared to the lower one, and this altitude of this basin is bit lower than upper one. That's why it is termed as lower basin. Okay. These two basins are connected with this barrage, and with here with a coupled setup of turbine and dynamometer, and the flow is regulated like this. The flow from upper basin to lower basin, it goes to the turbine, and then responsible to rotation of turbine blade, and which is coupled with the dynamo. Ultimately, electricity generation has starts. So now this portion is the orientation of basin, upper basin and lower basin, and with the provision of turbine. Now see the connectivity of these two basins with ocean. As you can see here, the connectivity of this basin and connectivity of this lower basin, it is being connected with a common barrage with sluice gate. This is a sluice gate for inlet and sluice gate for outlet. So here is a provision of sluice gate to regulate the water supply, ocean water supply during the high tides and lower tides. So now see the very simple procedure of working, how it works. See, when the high tides come, during the high tides, during the high tide, this inlet sluice is open and the water collected in the upper basin. Here the water is collected over here, and due to the level difference, water level difference, here water at very high altitude, or we can say very high potential, high altitude, and water at is lower level, lower altitude. So water flow occurs through the turbine, and which is responsible for the running of turbine. Okay, turbine operation. So this way turbine rotates and generates electricity. So this is how at this moment this outlet sluice is closed. Okay, during the high tides. Okay. When the tides over, when the tides over, and all the extra water which comes during the high tides in the upper basin is flow through the turbine and comes and collected in the lower basin, and a certain specific level of water is attained in lower basin. In that case, this outlet sluice is open, and through this outlet sluice, that level, that the water, excess water, is emerging out or escaping out from through this sluice opening. Okay. And this is called low, and this happened during the low tides. Okay. This happened during the low tides, and the water goes to again and reverts back to ocean. And when a certain level of water is attained, in that case, we will close this outlet sluice in order to run the turbine smoothly, alternately. And again, when the high tides come, the water is collected inside of the upper basin, and repeatedly this process is go on, and regularly the generation of electricity occur. So this way, two basin system works, and as far as efficiency is concerned, efficiency is very high, efficient in generating plant, but the construction cost is very high because, as you can see, provision of barrage is a long way of construction of barrage. So that's it may costly this setup, and two basin at different level, different altitude, making basin at different altitude. Another one It's cost consuming of hiking cost of this plant. That's why it's quite costly to set up. But as far as the efficiency is efficient as compared to the single basin system. So this is how it's work. Let's see some other thing, advantage and disadvantage. What kind of advantage and what kind of disadvantages the tidal plant having, and secondly, what impact will cause on surrounding, or we can say. So now let us discuss advantage and disadvantage of tidal wave power plant. So here we can see the advantage. Advantage is free from any. Uh, I can remove free from is a freely available and adjustable energy, environment pollution free, monsoon independent, and no extra submerging of land is involved. Only the coastal area is required for this type of power plant. So this is the advantageous point for tidal power plant. What about the disadvantages? High initial cost, as you have been told earlier, very high costs involved. Difficult to install due to less locations all over country. Very recognized or very less locations, very less in numbers. Seawater is a corrosive nature, so maintenance is high, replacement is high. Uneven operation because high tide, low tides, as a span of tides is not fixed. So this is another one disadvantage we can say because of variable tidal range as I discussed, and the frenzy of power plant affected, and sedimentation of basin is a problem. So after some time we have to evacuate the things which have been collected in basins. So this is another one disadvantage. And the environmental impact. When we talk about the environmental impact, changes the hydrology and salinity of water, and marine life is affected. Okay, when we located this type of plant, the nearby marine life is affected that place, at that particular place, and changes environmental climate also, okay, and responsible for loss of some species. So sea species that may also lost because of the human involvement or human movement over there. So this is the we can say cause and effect of tidal power plant on environmental issues. So this is short and brief. So now our course is completed. And last few papers we can discuss.